So welcome to all of you. Welcome to those of you who are new to this class. I'm glad you're here. My name is Garrison-Brook, and today's class is the second class in our Agya series, or Ajna, or Anya, depending on how you've heard it pronounced, which is the third eye, the sixth chakra. And this is our master chakra, and it's all about unifying. It's about unifying our individual self with our cosmic self. It's about connecting more deeply to our true self. And it's about self-realization, self-actualization. So lots of really awesome, amazing things that we're going to be digging into today. So I invite you to come to the head of your mat, and hopefully you have a block. You can see my block is here. For those of you who aren't familiar with me, I teach every day at 9. I've got my iPad here so I can kind of keep an eye on your comments from the mat. So feel yourself rooting down into the feet. And, as I've mentioned to you all before, there's no chakra is an island, right? All of our chakras integrate. But with the sixth chakra, which is so ethereal, right? It's so subtle. We really need to ground down into our first chakra, Muladhara chakra. So feel your feet on the earth. Palms shine forward. Just allow the arms to be soft. Neutral neck. Soften those knees. Breathing here into the feet. Dropping down. And let's take an easy empty coat sleeves, just a gentle tap to the body. Waking up the spine with this nice gentle twisting, having the feet be as wide as they need to be have this be really comfortable. Eyes are softly open. And slow it down. And come to the head of the mat, soften the knees. We're going to do a Qigong Flow. It's been a long time since we've done this together. So the palms face in towards the body. Soften the knees as if you're sitting on a tall stool. Okay? And we inhale the palms up until they're about hip height, as if you're suctioning, drawing earth energy into the palms. And then we exhale. And then we turn the palms and we inhale, reach up, drawing in sun energy into these palms. And then we turn the hands so they shine down and shine this energy down into pranamaya kosha, our energetic body. And close the eyes. And really start to connect with your sense of intuition. Floating those hands where it feels like your body might need an extra bit of energy, an extra bit of love. Floating the hands down nice and slow. And then the heels of the hands come onto the hip points, and we exhale those hands down the inner line of the legs. And then we inhale them up the outer line of the legs. The backs of the hands come across the sacrum, around the torso, and they meet at the heart space. And go inside, connecting to Anahatasana chakra, feeling the heart opening with abundance, and bringing something to mind that you're grateful for. Nice, easy, natural breath. As you breathe here into this connection to gratitude. There's nothing that fuels Anahata, nothing that fuels our sense of abundance better than connecting to gratitude. Let's do that 2 more times. So float those hands down. Again, palms face the legs. And first we inhale up earth energy, floating those hands up as if your hands have magnets, drawing that earth energy into the palms. Exhale, the hands float down just a little bit. And then inhale and bring those arms all the way up, embracing sun energy. And then we turn those hands so the palms shine down, and we shine this earth and sun energy in towards the body. Close the eyes and see if you can feel the energetic skin of your aura. It might feel like a little bit of a repulsion, like almost like your body is a magnet and your hands, are like opposite poles. Is that true? Or would it be the same pole to have it be repulsed? I need to go back to physics. Oh, I'm breathing it down. But it feels like there's just a little bit of a push, as you sensitize your hands. And if you're not feeling it, that's cool. Base of the palms, the heels of the hands land on the hip points. Breathing, nice inhale. And then we exhale and run the hands down the inner line of the legs. And we inhale them up the outer line of the legs. Backs of the hands across the sacrum, around the torso, until the palms meet in Anjali Mudra at Anahata, the heart space. And drawing something else to mind. What are you grateful for? And really breathe into it. Breathe into that sense of gratitude. Another breath. And the last round. Hands lightly float down. Palms face in. Inhale those arms up. Palms just float up as if the earth energy is just like, floating it up as if your hands are wings. Exhale down. And then turn the palms and inhale. Beautiful big sun energy, drawing it into the hands. And then turning the hands. I can feel my hands starting to tingle. And float those hands down. And again, close the eyes. Roll the eyes up and in Sambhave Mudra. Draw the hands down, feeling the body soaking up this energy that you're pouring out of the hands. And then the heels of the hands come onto the hip points and we exhale those hands down. Inhale them up, the outer line of the legs, backs of the hands across the sacrum, up the spine, around the torso, meeting at the heart space. What are you grateful for? Breathing here into this feeling of gratitude. Flowering your lotus open into Padma Mudra, so the thumb and the pinky fingers stay aligned, stay touching, And the other 6 fingers flower open into your lotus, feeling the heart opening with gratitude, with abundance, with love. And then bring the hands together, roll the hands. So you're rolling the thumbs together, the backs of the hands together, and circle the hands around as if they're a prayer wheel. And then the palms are cupped, offering up your openness. Feeling yourself opening up to a greater connection to your intuition. The palms are open. Your heart is open. And opening up the third eye. So let's inhale those arms out and up. Reach up. Lift up. Stretch up, take up space, feeling the hands just reaching up, opening the eyes, coming up onto the balls of the feet. Good focused gaze. Surprising how simple this is. It really plugs into your balance. Rooting down as you lift up. And then settle those heels down and fold down. Come on down. Soften those knees. Head hangs heavy. In a gentle sway, floating back and forth. Rolling the head on the neck. Another breath. Inhale, arch up halfway, flat back. Exhale, release down. And step it back into your down dog. Ground the hands. Walk your dog out. Tailbone rises up as the head hangs down. And breathe here. Breathe into this openness. This willingness to open the third eye. Agya, Ajna, Chakra. Another breath. Drop those knees down. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And inhale, lift. So Agya, Chakra, it's the seat. It's our command center. Again, in Sanskrit, it means to command or to perceive. Tailbone rises up, head lifts up. And then arch. Flowing with the breath. Feeling the entire spine waking up. Undulating the spine. Closing the eyes, rolling the eyes up and in Sambhave Mudra. In this practice, this is what we do in order to live a more illuminated life. A life that's better connected to our truth, better connected to who we are at our core. Widen the knees, touch the toes, sit back, child's pose. And if it's hard for you to get your head down to the mat, I invite you to grab your block and put it however you need to put it. So your forehead presses into the block or the mat. And let yourself really open and melt, melting down, going inside. Settling into silence. Breathing here. And then plug the hands in, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Walk your dog out. So even as we move through this flow, continuing to cultivate a sense of silence inside, connecting more and more deeply to the third eye. The Bija mantra is Om. Floating that right leg back and up, stretch it up, reach it up, and step it forward. Coming into your Vira 1. Floating those arms up, reaching up. Breathing here. And then bring the hands down into Hakini Mudra. That's when all the pads of the fingers touch. Hakini Mudra. This helps open the third eye. Pressing. And then lengthen your stance. Bring your Hakini in front of the heart. And then float your arms open into your Vira 2. And straighten that leg and bring your Hakini Mudra overhead. Fingers lightly meet and press. And then exhale down into your Vira 2. Making sure that knee stays right over the ankle. Dropping into silence. Floating with your own breath, remembering this whole, the Ajna Chakra, the Agya Chakra. It's the seat of intuition. So the invitation for all of these classes going forward is for you to really listen to your body. Knowing that everything that I offer, they're only suggestions. So if there's something else that your body is saying, if your body is saying, do this, I need this, please allow yourself to listen. Listen. Because ultimately, yoga is about releasing energetic blocks. Another breath. Hands come down either side of the foot. Turning the heel. Coming into high runner's lunge. Shoulders down the back. So I make suggestions that help a lot of people release energetic blocks. But you might need something specific. Drop that knee down. Allow the hips to release. And walk the foot out just a bit, coming into lizard pose. So grab your block, if that's helpful to you. Getting heavy on the outer edge of that right foot, allowing the knee to fall out and bringing the hands onto the block. And remember, you can change the height of the block depending on what you need. Or you can say, no, I don't really need the block. Or if you want to come down onto the elbows, you can use the block to come down onto your elbows. And if you're on your elbows, bringing the thumbs to the third eye. Listen to the body. Don't push yourself. Let go of the ego. Go inside and listen to the body. Connecting more and more to your seat of intuition. Another breath. And then walk those hands up. And bring that right knee back to meet the left. And take Anahatasana. Puppy dog stretch. Hips are over heels. Palms reach forward and press. 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 Another breath. And then plug those hands in. Curl the toes. Lift the hips. Down dog. Walk your dog out. Rolling the eyes up and in. Cultivating silence. Another breath. And flip that left leg back and up. Stretch it up. Reach it up. And step it forward. Take your time. Set your feet, knowing that you're going up into Vira 1. Lifting up. Open the heart. Shoulders down the back. And feel yourself drawing energy up, rooting the feet down as you draw energy up the central channel of the spine, Shushumna. Drawing it up to the third eye. And then open it up into your Vira 2. Hands coming into Hikini Mudra. Bringing them down in front of the heart. And then open up into your Vira 2. Straighten that leg. Fingers lightly touch overhead. And then exhale down. Breathing into the third eye. Stretching, fingertip to fingertip. And then bringing the hands down. Turning onto the ball of the back foot, framing the front foot, the left. Breathe. And then drop that knee down. Low runner's lunge. Nice long neck. Shoulders release down. And then walk that left foot out to the left, taking your block. Using the block in any way that supports this pose so you can go more deeply into the hips, opening up Swadhisthana Chakra. All of the chakras work in concert with each other. Our lower chakras ground us. They stabilize us. While the upper chakras refine our energies. They polish us so that we can become clearer and clearer. If you're on your elbows, you can bring the thumbs to the third eye. You can also run the thumbs along the eyebrows, massaging the muscles of the face, helping things just really open up. Eyes can be rolled up and in, Sambhava Mudra. walk it up. Move the block out of the way. Bring that left foot back. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Inhale, lift. And exhale, arch. Breathing here, closing the eyes. Breathing. And then come on to a seat. And we're going to do that flow we did yesterday, where we're going to connect to our third eye. We're going to light up our third eye by bringing energy up from Manipura Chakra through the breath of fire. Okay? So again, if you have high blood pressure, if you have glaucoma, if you're pregnant, if you're on the first 2 days of your cycle, I would recommend that instead you just do a nice, long, easy breath, drawing energy up from the root, drawing it up, and then really breathe into the third eye, and then exhale it down. Okay, smooth, easy breathing. For the rest of us, we're going to bring our hands together and bring them into the third eye, pressing the base of the thumbs to the third eye. And we're going to do breath of fire, Kapalabhati. In Kapalabhati, it's a forceful exhale where we really draw the belly in, like we're squeezing the air out, and then a passive inhale. And this is all through the nose, so it's up. This is also called skull shining breath, and we're going to do it together for a minute. Roll the eyes up and in, connecting with Agya Chakra, our seat of intuition, our master command center. And when I first do Kapalabhati the first time every day, it makes me cough. It makes the side of my neck, for some reason, the left side of my throat always gets super itchy. So if you're like me, just drink some water and keep going, because it will smooth out. Keep the eyes rolled up and in. Feeling the heat rising, the energy rising. Another few breaths. And inhale. And imagine immense light at the third eye. Immense light shining right into the third eye. The color is indigo. Exhale. Draw our energy up from the root, applying the root lock. Drawing up like a kegel, squeezing up, drawing up, lifting energy up the central channel of the spine, flowing it up into the third eye, shining light in the third eye, and exhale. Last one. Nice big inhale. Apply the root block. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Draw it up. Drawing energy up from the pelvis, up Sushumna. A beautiful beacon of light shining into Agya. And exhale the hands down. Hands release down onto the knees and breathe here into the silence. Another breath. And coming off the block, if you were sitting on one, bringing the soles of the feet together, continuing to leave the eyes closed, going inside, listening, listening, connecting the individual self with the cosmic self. Breathing here in your Baddha Kunasana. And then extend that right leg out to the side, bringing the sole of the foot into the thigh. Right hand lightly lands wherever on the leg. Wherever on the leg. It can be on the thigh. And we really want to open up the heart, draw the left shoulder back, float that left arm up, draw it up as you fold over the leg, closing the eyes, rolling the eyes up and in. Breathe here as you just melt over. Close the eyes, go inside. Another breath. And inhale up. Hands frame the left knee. And I invite you to bring the chin in towards the chest. And then, as if you're making a huge circle with the nose, you inhale, dolphining up. And then draw the chin in towards the chest. Bring the nose down towards the knee and lift up. Exhaling as you come down. Inhaling as you lift up. Rolling the eyes up and in. Eyes are closed. Going inside. Cultivating silence. Shunya. One more. And bringing the legs nice and wide. I always find it helpful to bring my fingers behind me and lift up. Roll the pelvic bowl forward. Knees are straight up, toes are straight up. And come on down. And this is where it can be really sweet, again, to have a block. You might need 2 blocks. You might be like, Laura, let me borrow your 3rd block. Because you might be like, I'm really tight. So listen to the body. And we don't want to get crunchy in the lumbar spine. Okay? We want to walk those hands forward really slow. And as soon as you notice that you're getting rounded in the lower back, sit back up because we want a nice tall spine. And just feel yourself, feel the body relaxing, feel the body cooling as you come down, and allow yourself to melt down. Again, close the eyes, go inside. You're not doing this for anyone but yourself. So remembering, it doesn't matter what the pose looks like. What matters is what the pose feels like. How does the pose feel? How is this serving you? Listening, deeply listening to the body, to your inner intelligence. Another breath, and then walk it up. And as beautiful as this practice is, as powerful as this practice is, this is effectively a practice. What is the word I'm looking for? I want to say curtain call, and that's not right. I'm looking for a theatrical term. So we're folding over this left leg, right arm reaches up. Because the more that we can connect to our body, the more we can listen here in yoga on the mat. The invitation is for you to take this off the mat so that you're constantly listening, right? As often as you can, you're remaining dialed in to life, dialed in to your experience. Another breath. And float on up. And I had a really interesting experience yesterday, which I'm not going to share with you today, but we will be talking about it on Friday. So Friday is going to be a little bit of a departure. So we're dolphining down, we're bringing our chin down, nose towards the knee, and then we inhale and we lift. And I'm going to be talking quite a lot about the way that our brain responds to stress and what happens when we're sensitized to stress, what happens in our brain, what happens in our bodies. And I'm going to share a story that happened with me yesterday where I was able to witness my reaction. You know, and I was also able to witness how my emotions kind of jumped all over the place. You know, lots of really interesting dialogue that I'll be able to share with you in a very real and human way. Because there was, a fair amount of judgment. Like, I was disappointed in myself that I was so reactive. I had such a stress reaction. So we'll talk about that on Friday. 2 more circles going inside. So when we connect to our bodies, when we cultivate this listening, last one, it means that when something happens, when we're out in the world, we're more likely to respond mindfully. We're less likely to get hijacked. And I'm happy to say I was not hijacked, even though my reaction was still more ragged than I would have liked. So wide-legged fold again. And again, walking those hands, possibly walking them forward, coming down, just closing the eyes. Don't look at me. Going inside, listening to the body. Listening to the body. Knees are straight up, toes are straight up. Using your block. If you don't have a block, you can use 2 fists underneath the forehead. Another breath. And then walk those hands up. Bringing the feet together. And coming down onto the back. Hanging on those knees. You can kind of rock it out. Have that feel really good, bringing the chin in towards the chest. Stretching out the back part, stretching out the tops of the shoulders. And then come on back. And my suggestion is to do a quick Supta Padangusthasana. And if you're like, nope, I'm going to do something else, knowing that we're within a few minutes of Shavasana, again, listen to your body. Listen to what you want to wrap up this practice. For those who would like to wrap up with a leg stretch, hug that right knee into the chest. And then extend the leg up, overhead, drawing the leg in. Spread the toes, maybe roll the foot on the ankle. Drawing the leg in, breathe into the back of that leg. Making sure you're not doing anything weird with the neck or the chin. I often do in this pose. Closing the eyes, going inside, rolling the eyes up and in, up and in. Another breath. And then strap around the ball of the foot, or if you're pretty open, you can take your peace fingers around the big toe and drop that right leg out to the right. Breathing into the inner groin. If you have a block, it can be nice to kickstand your leg here on the block. I've got this handy dandy wall. Another breath. And then float that leg up overhead. And draw it in. And extend that leg long. Feet flop open. Closing the eyes, going inside. Dropping into silence. Another breath. And then as you're ready, bringing that left knee into the chest, hugging it in. And remembering that you can always just totally ignore me and do whatever it is that your body is asking for. Maybe legs up the wall pose, supported bridge, windshield wiper in the knees, supine twists, whatever speaks to you. Listen and give yourself permission to follow through, listening to your intuition, bringing that leg up overhead if you're doing Supta Padangusthasana with me. Breathing. might remember, I've mentioned a couple of times that there was a yoga teacher who said that we rarely see the kind of deep transformational work. So taking hold of the big toe, or putting a strap around the ball of the foot, or if you don't have a strap, you can just hold onto the leg if that big toe looks like it's a mile away, and you drop your leg out to the side, left leg out to the left, kickstanding the leg if you happen to have a block. So this teacher said that, in the Western world, we're so focused on what it looks like, we're so focused on the outside of the pose that we don't plug into the inside of the pose. Listening to the body, all of these poses, they're about removing energetic blocks so that our energy can flow more freely, so that our chakras come into alignment. Our pranamaya kosha, our energetic body, so that it is vital and strong and balanced and beautiful. That's the power of yoga. Yoga, yuj, it means to yoke, to bring things together, unity, right? Another breath. And then float that leg up overhead. Draw it in. Breathing into those hamstrings. Check in with the neck. Just noticed I was doing a fish out of water impersonation. Chin comes down towards the chest. And then extend that leg long. And if you feel ready, settling down into the shavasana of your choice, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's legs up the wall pose. Maybe you've got a bolster under your knees. Maybe, if you have any tweaky issues with your back, maybe you're laying on your side. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Plug into how it feels. Close the eyes. Go inside. Go inside. Allow yourself, whatever your shavasana looks like, allow yourself to melt down. Breath by breath, untangling the knots. Allowing your energy to flow just a little bit more freely. Today's poem is from Dana, and Dana writes, "A life of truth walks the edge between ease and effort. There's nothing you must do to win approval, no list of saintly acts to tick off one by one, no required deprivations. Say yes to life, and you are blessed with countless opportunities to choose wholeness over fragmentation. You need but knock for doors to open wide. Ask, and you are filled with a presence so vast that all the words in your personal lexicon amount to nothing in its silence. stop seeking long enough to receive the spirit that's within you now. Just be your truest self, and the voice you've longed to hear will speak through you. Release your grip on limitation, and possibilities roll out like endless ocean waves. All you have to do is kick off your shoes and run barefoot in the sand. So that's Dana's invitation, and my invitation to you is to say yes to life and be blessed with countless opportunities to choose wholeness over fragmentation. Breathing here. Allowing yourself to settle just a little bit more deeply into this sense of unity. And then as you're ready, bringing movement back into the body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Listening to your intuition. How does your body want to move now? As you're coming out of Shavasana, how does your body want to move? What is your body saying to you? And just start to move from that space of inner intelligence. Another breath. And then as you're ready, rolling over onto the right side, cradling the heart. And carefully press yourself up into an easy seat. And bringing the hands into Hakini Mudra. The base of the thumbs touch the third eye. Nice big inhale, and we'll Om out together.